Hey T-Squad, it's Kirsty, and today we're diving into one of the darkest chapters in entertainment history. Because what happened to Michael Jackson wasn't just celebrity drama, it wasn't just scandals, it wasn't just headlines. It was a global takedown. A slow, strategic destruction of a man who became too big, too influential, and too financially powerful for the people who once controlled him. Michael Jackson didn't just change music, he changed ownership, power, and the entire structure of the industry. And the moment he stepped outside the box the industry built for him, the hammer came down. So grab your tea, and let's uncover what they really did to Michael Joseph Jackson, the rise, the sabotage, the psychological warfare, and the unanswered questions that still haunt pop culture today. Like and subscribe and let's get into it. Michael didn't just become famous. He became a force of nature. The industry had never seen a star who could break boundaries like he did. He was breaking records with ease, selling out stadiums, and redefining music videos as cinema. But the moment that changed everything was the moment he stopped being just an artist and became an owner. Michael bought the ATV catalog, which included the Beatles' music. He didn't just win a business deal, he stepped into the inner circle of the most guarded asset in entertainment. Publishing rights. The industry didn't like that. At all. This is where the shift started. Quietly, behind closed doors. He went from Michael the Star to Michael the Threat. After the ATV takeover, Michael gained leverage very few artists ever get. He could control what songs were used for, where they were placed, how they were monetized. He wasn't just a performer anymore, he was a boardroom player with catalog assets worth hundreds of millions. And powerful people do not like when the talent starts controlling the money flow. From this point on, you see the pattern. Constant lawsuits, pressure from labels, business deals pushing him into debt, and attempts to force him into selling his shares. Michael was surrounded by accountants, advisors, and managers, but the real power was still elsewhere, and they wanted him pressured, stressed, and cornered. Because a stressed artist sells their assets faster. Then came the shift in the media. Before the scandals, Michael was the golden child. After, they turned him into a caricature, a punchline, a walking headline, a tabloid goldmine. The media realized something. Michael Jackson's downfall sold better than his success. Paparazzi swarmed him like prey. Outlets framed him as bizarre, unstable, dangerous. Late-night shows mocked him nightly. It didn't matter what was true, it mattered what sold. And the sad part? It worked. This wasn't journalism. It was monetized humiliation. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. This video isn't about proving innocence or guilt. This is about one thing: the system didn't treat Michael like a human being. When the first allegations hit, the world didn't pause. It pounced. Michael wasn't given privacy. He wasn't given respect. He wasn't even given the assumption of innocence. The raids, the cameras, the press leaks, it all felt like a performance, a spectacle. Investigators rolled up to Neverland with a swarm of media ready to televise it. He was tried in the court of public opinion long before any courtroom saw evidence. And here's the part people forget. When he was found not guilty, the media didn't care. Their money came from tearing him down, not admitting they were wrong. Behind closed doors, Michael was falling apart. Friends spoke about insomnia so severe he could barely function, exhaustion from world tours, paranoia from constant attacks, and an inability to trust anyone around him. And honestly, who could blame him? Everyone wanted something: his money, his fame, his catalog, his name. He was surrounded by people managing his life, but not protecting it. He wasn't living. He was surviving. Then came the push for the This Is It shows. Michael was preparing for a massive comeback, but behind that comeback was extreme pressure. He needed money. They needed a spectacle. And they needed him to work, no matter what shape he was in. But the combination of chronic stress, sleep deprivation, physical exhaustion, and medication dependency was deadly. Michael was a man physically and emotionally drained, but the machine around him kept pushing. June 25, 2009. The world stopped, but the questions didn't. How did a man with access to the best medical care end up in such a vulnerable state? Why was he treated like a commodity instead of a human? Who benefited from his death? And why did the battle for his estate begin almost instantly? Michael Jackson didn't die in peace. He died under pressure, surrounded by chaos, and fighting demons the public never saw. Here's the twist in this entire story. They tried to break him. They tried to bury him. They tried to erase his influence. But they failed. Michael's music is still everywhere. His impact is still unmatched. His catalog is still worth billions. And millions of fans still defend him with passion. Michael Jackson wasn't just a superstar. He was a symbol of how the industry treats the artists it can no longer control. And that's why his story still matters. So, T-Squad, what do you think? Was Michael Jackson destroyed by the media, the industry, or by the people who stood to profit from his downfall? Drop your thoughts below. I'm reading all of them. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, keep sipping that tea.